Welcome to the Popish Plot. I'm Nate.
I'm Jessica.
And I'm Mike.
And we're back with another viewer-requested saint.
We love viewer requests and we love saints.
Now, this one's a little bit different.
This was super easy to find out and anyone could know everything.
Well, anyone can know everything.
Hey.
All right, so...
Just not about this saint.
I mean, you can't know everything.
All right.
But anyway...
Who we got?
Well, once again, our viewer who likes to request things currently went and commented on our bonus episode about Dinosaur Land.
And you keep it up, Purdy.
Yep. With the comment, my favorite film of all time from my childhood. It was
Reasonable.
A Gift from the Man in Red. I watched that movie so many times I lost count. Now I request, in honor of the memory, a St. Ian episode, please, and then a heart emoji. So... I expect, given that they were referencing a certain famous dinosaur film,
Dun, 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 dun.
Yes.
Da-da-da-da-da.
that they were perhaps joking about St. Ian, because, of course, there's the character played by Jeff Goldblum of Dr. Ian Malcom.
The chaos theoretician.
Yes. However, given how Ian is just, like, Scottish for John, I'm like, maybe there's a real St. Ian. So I looked it up. And the first result I got when Googling St. Ian was about a saint named Ian the Pagan from the wiki on the podcast, The Hidden Almanac. And the first people also ask is, what is St. Ian known for, with a link to the same wiki. Now, we know this wiki because we know the people who made this podcast.
I'm just stuck on Saint Ian the Pagan.
They were never real saints.
Sure.
It was always a made up story. It was, you know, it was.
It was very almanac-y, you know, they tell you about what plants are growing well this time of year.
The garden had like an eldritch horror randomly appearing, things like that.
Of course, some people tell you that St. Cody isn't real, so, you know, there's all kinds of things going on.
So I have to ask.
Those people who say St. Cody isn't real are just whack-a.
They've clearly never seen the Pinky Finger.
I'm telling you.
But I have to ask if Purdy do.
Wackadoo.
It's just Kevin, and this is part of your long con attempt to get us to become Lutheran because the Lutheran rose makes an excellent tattoo.
in both new and old varieties.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I will say...
I mean, this seems like a lot for you to do, but I don't know what you do in your spare time.
Especially because I've seen some of Prairie Dew's videos. That it's not Kevin.
No.
No, but again...
Is it Kevin's chickens?
No.
Oh.
What kind of a long con would it be if Kevin was easily and readily identifiable? There are few things I respect more than a good long con.
I mean,
now, I'm not recommending that anyone be a grifter or engage in these kind of hustles, but if you're going to be a criminal, this is my favorite kind of crime.
But, I mean, the videos also do not have any of the housemates that we know of or their resident hermit. I mean, none of them.
So say, if this is...
They
Kevin,
found people we don't know.
Yeah, it's really deep. The deepest of all cuts. Well, so, I will propose a St. Ian.
Okay.
And it's certainly not Ian Paisley. That guy's definitely in hell. But...
I mean, you can't say that.
You're right. But as far as one can be... As sure as one can be on Earth. Besides, he was Irish, not Scottish. But... St. John Ogilvie. He's the only post-Reformation Scottish saint. He became a Jesuit, and as was the Jesuit wont in the late 1500s and early 1600s, he was sent from continental Europe into the island of Great Britain, and very shortly thereafter, caught by priest catchers and killed. He was a Scotsman named John, so it's totally plausible that in Scots, his name was Ian. Saint Ian Ogilvie.
All right.
I'll presume we don't want to share details of St. Ian the Pagan.
Probably not.
Okay.
Not our job.
Not our job.
I mean, we could discuss how, Ian from Jurassic Park is saintly or not saintly. In the saintly column, I have that for some odd reason, the laptop that we use for various things around the church has as backgrounds, like half a dozen pictures of him, and no one will admit to why there are all these Jeff Goldblum pictures we can have as a backdrop for our pictures.
All right.
Everyone's like, oh no.
I'm
And
gonna.
like,
It can only be a certain number of people. It's clearly one of you.
yes.
I'm gonna take up my dream. If that's what we're gonna do, I'm gonna take up my dream job then, and play the role of devil's advocate.
Okay.
It's the role you were born to play.
Ian Malcolm was a womanizer, unabashed womanizer. At least in the first film. Now I haven't seen the most recent one yet, so I don't know his full evolution.
Jurassic Park, insert number here. The last cash grab.
But by the set,
Jurassic World 3, The Search for More Money.
by Lost World, he
He had a daughter.
He had a steady girlfriend and he had a daughter, but the daughter wasn't with the steady girlfriend.
Yes. Does the steady girlfriend even appear?
Yeah.
Okay, it's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
The steady girlfriend
it's not
was
interesting, so
played
go
by what's her name?
I don't recall.
I can't remember her name.
I know it's
she
not
was,
Julianne Moore.
Was she the one who was on the island?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they were.
I really don't remember that movie at all then.
Yeah, they were a couple.
Okay. She was like making eyes at Vince Vaughn, though. Whatever. I'm not going to rewatch the movie to find out.
I mean,
Not
I might
today.
rewatch the film, but not just to find that out. I will go online and find out about it that way.
Well, but especially in these times, Dr. Ian Malcolm did have a great deal of wisdom.
Absolutely.
You know, his insistence that just because scientists have the that in
Just
their
because
in
you
their rush,
can
yeah,
doesn't mean you should.
in the rush to figure out whether or not they can do something, they should ask whether or not it is wise to do so.
Yeah. There's a difference between what is possible and what is good for one.
What is prudent?
Yes, prudent. That's the word. I was going to go with profitable, and I'm like, no. That was exactly why they went the way they
what
went.
they did was profitable for them until it ate them.
Yes, because he also knew
Well-
that nature finds a way.
Realistically, it
We have
wasn't
been
profitable
fighting nature
for them.
for millennia, and nature keeps fighting back.
Well, again, as Troy McClure reminded us, it's man versus nature, the road to victory. But we have to acknowledge, yes, civilization is in many ways a war against nature. But the healthiest civilization is one that finds a way...
A balance.
A balance. Balance is an excellent word. An equilibrium.
The best civilization is one that both learns to make use of its resources and be a good steward of them.
Yeah, but in man's arrogance, he assumes that he has mastery over all nature, but nature has a way of reasserting itself. Not because it's a divine force, Mother Nature, but simply
But
because
it's because you put frog DNA in the dinos. They're not even real dinos anymore.
they're not even real dinos, and you put frog DNA that has the ability to change its sex.
Yeah. Stewardship is more akin to being a babysitter than it is towards being than it is towards ownership.
Excellent. Because we don't own this world. We're just charged with
Sooner
taking
or
care of
later,
it to pass it down.
Sooner or later, the parents are going to come home, and they're expecting to find their kids reasonably in as good a shape as they were when they gave them to you.
I feel like I now need to put a picture of like a wolf and then like
Brother
one of
wolf?
those. No, an actual wolf, and then one of those breeds that cannot actually reproduce on its own of dogs that we've,
Well, again, we made
I'm not a wolf.
we made pugs. We're gonna have to answer for that. We made, just because they're adorable, we made dogs that can't breathe.
or they have to have C-sections because their bones are the wrong shape for their heads, and
We did that. The pug does not appear in nature.
then they have all the skin infections.
We will
from the
have to-
cute little wrinkles.
We will have to answer for that one day.
Well, we won't.
Collectively.
But humanity, yes.
Well, again, it was Cain who asked, "Am I my brother's keeper?" So the answer is yes.
Listen, there are 4 people that we know are alive, and somehow we're down to 3.
Hey, where's your brother? I don't know.
He went off to go do
That
I don't
jerk.
know, something.
He just kept bragging about how great his sacrifice was. Where's he now?
Playing with his sheep. I don't know.
I mean, if it weren't for the fact that it's the wrong part of the world and it took way too long to do it, maybe Cain would have invented popcorn because all he was doing burnt offerings of grains.
He's the one who invented popcorn. Or discovered popcorn. Hey, you throw this in the fire and amazing stuff happens. Like Aaron in Gold. I just threw it in the fire and out came this cow. I don't know.
I love that part. Every single time I read it, it's like, he really said that.
He really said that.
Look,
I don't know, man.
They wanted me to make them a statue. I said, "Give me all your gold." I threw it in the oven, and that's the way it came out, bro.
I just put the gold in and
because a calf is the natural form of gold.
At least according to Aaron the high priest.
Well, I think he would know.
I'm waiting for the fundamentalist who goes all in on that, you know? Men have less ribs than women, the earth's 6,000 years old, and the natural form of gold is a cow.
Says so in the Bible. Not everything in the Bible is an affirmative example. So, Saint Ian, that's what we got. It's the Scottish form of John. We're not aware of a canonized saint who is presently and widely acknowledged as Ian. And even though Dr. Ian Malcolm, a fictional character, has some good points, definitely not a canonizable saint.
He's going to have a hard time getting past the review board on that one. I mean...
So, comment below on, did we miss the point completely? Were we supposed to go in a completely other direction? Do we have any idea what's going on?
Is there an actual, Saint Ian that for some reason my search is like, oh, no, you don't mean that at all, even though, I looked through a couple pages and it was always, guy named Ian at Saint so-and-so's place and such.
Did we miss the boat?
Maybe you have more made-up saints that you think that we should address.
Please let us know that they're made up.
Yes. Yes, if you're going to give us made-up ones, you have to go and acknowledge that they are fictional.
Unless, of course, you are one of our friends.
It may get you...
Let us know you're one of our friends, and then we're like, oh, yes, we already know this fictional saint that you made.
It may get you a completely different kind of episode than what you were expecting, but...
And if indeed this whole thing is, in fact, a really long con...
Bravo.
Just... amazing. Like this episode, subscribe to our channel, ring the church bell to be notified the next time we discover the deepest cut. And until then,
remember to live your faith.
Love your faith.
And
share that love.